Bom dia, hoje teremos a participação das propriedades super indicadas pela CT Operadora na África do Sul, na qual teremos a Nicole, que é da McGrath Collection, e Shelley, da Shamwari Private Game Reserve. Many thanks, Nicole and Shelley, for your time and cooperation with this webinar. And will you continue? And thank you very much. And good morning too. Okay, and good afternoon for you. Okay, well, you're going.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Bom dia, everybody. Bom dia for you. Good afternoon for us. So thank you very much for your time. Very excited. This has been planned 4 months ago already, Shelley, not more. So we're very excited to be with you today. I'm going to take you on a little journey from Cape Town through to the garden route and then hand you over to the amazing Shamwari Game Reserve. And we have a beautiful collaboration between the two of us. I'm currently actually based in Cape Town whilst doing this presentation at our property, the Sellers Hernaut. But the image behind me is actually our garden route property, the Plettenberg. So let me just share my screen. It's asking me to confirm my speaking language. Should I just ignore that, Val?
Yeah.
Thank you, because it says Portuguese and I know I'm not speaking Portuguese.
Don't worry, we'll be continuing in English.
All right, great. Let me share my screen.
Okay. It's coming.
There we go. You all have it?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So we have the Sellers Hernaut Hotel in Constantia in Cape Town. We have I'm just going to try and move you up a little bit so you can see the screen completely. There we go. We have the Marine in Hermanus and the Plettenberg in Plettenberg Bay. So it's very easy access, obviously for self-drives through our region. The Sellers Hernaut to the Marine is only a 2-hour drive, self-drive. And from the Marine to the Plettenberg along the glorious coastline of the garden route, it's only a 5-hour self-drive. This is arguably one of South Africa's most beautiful scenic routes, in my opinion. We do have airport access, of course. From Cape Town Airport, you can either fly into a regional airport called George, or you can fly into a regional airport in Plettenberg Bay, which is operated by SemAir. However, the George Airport does have more frequent flights and does have more airlines flying into George. So that would probably be your more preferred airport to use should you decide to fly your guests. So we are very proudly the only members of Small Luxury Hotels of the World in South Africa. We are also Serendipian hotel partners, same as Shamwari. And our hotels have also featured in the Condé Nast Reader's Choice Awards for the last 5 consecutive years in the top 30. So really nice, gorgeous boutique hotels, and our own, being the only members of Small Luxury Hotels of the World really does give us a complete different edge to our competitors. The Sellers Hernaut is very centrally situated in Constantia. Constantia is the oldest wine region in the Southern Hemisphere. We are in the heart of Cape Town, 15 minutes from the V&A waterfront, which is in the bottom left-hand corner here. And we do run a complimentary shuttle to the V&A waterfront on a daily basis. We are 5 minutes from Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens in the top middle. We do run a complimentary shuttle to Kirstenbosch as well. Boulders Beach, Table Mountain, the Boerkaap area, and Cape Town Airport is only 20 minutes away from the hotel. So we really are very, very centrally situated on a beautiful 9-acre garden estate, as you can see. We have 2 heated swimming pools, one in the top of the screen here And we have another one lower down. We have a tennis court in the top right-hand corner. And then our bedrooms are situated in all these buildings over here, and our 2 private villas, bottom left and bottom right. This property is really magnificent because of all the gardens that we have. We are situated on the eastern slope of Table Mountain, as you can see, so that just shows you how central we are in Cape Town. And our buildings date back over 300 years. You can imagine how historic this destination is, especially being the oldest wine region. We've got some of South Africa's most amazing wine farms literally within a 5-kilometer radius from our hotel. This forest on the left-hand side are the second oldest camphor trees in Southern Africa. So this just once again reiterates the history and the heritage of our destination. Our beautiful restaurant that we've recently refurbished. We've invested quite a bit of money into our areas, communal areas. You can see really nice and modern, but with the emphasis on our gardens. The gardens is what we are known for. So we brought them into the building, and really beautiful, exquisite communal areas. Our bar area as well, also absolutely exquisite, brought the gardens into the building. Yet again, very popular for after dinner drinks. And then of course our lounge area with our winter section as well. Very cozy, very popular. Our terrace as well, very nice for sundowners and cocktails and before dinner drinks. High tea is a very popular experience at the hotel. It's very unique because most of the people that properties that offer high tea in Cape Town offer a buffet. Sellers Honor doesn't offer a buffet. We do a classic, elegant 4-course service, plated service. The tea that you drink is also very unique. We've recently launched our new Sellers blend. It is actually a blend that has been, it's rooibos tea that has been infused with all the herbs and spices from our own garden that we grow, as well as the rose petals from our own garden that we grow. So it's a loose leaf tea, very, very unique experience. We do have a wellness spa, as well as a luxury boutique and a hairdressing salon on site as well. So very much a mini little resort together with the tennis court, as well as a gym. We have 51 rooms in total, of which 24 are our entry-level rooms. So very nice for your small groups. And then for FITs, obviously, we have various configurations, and we have the 2 private villas as well. Our rooms have all been refurbished, recently refurbished. This is our standard double rooms. And you can see that our rooms are really nice and spacious. Some of our luxury doubles do have verandas. Some of them have mountain views. And then, of course, our premier and luxury suites, as well as our 2 private villas. Our Madiba villa, bottom left corner, does have, bottom right corner, does have a heated swimming pool as well. So all our rooms are sold per unit, including the villas. The McGrath villa has got 2 bedrooms. The Madiba villa has got 2 bedrooms, but on either side, adjacent to both villas, we have premier suites that do interlead, so we can add a 3rd bedroom to both of the villas. They do have their own full-service kitchens. We sell them as bed and breakfast, of course. So if your guests, especially the multi-generational families traveling, should they wish to use the kitchen at their own expense, they obviously can do so. But we can also allocate our chefs to prepare a meal for them in the comfort of the villa. Most often, we are required to do a barbecue for them, which, of course, is a very traditional South African thing to do. Then we move on to Hermanus, only a 2-hour drive from Cape Town. And the destination's not only known for whale watching, it is also another wine region. And horseback riding is also very popular in the nature reserve as well as on the beach side. It's a very photographic art lovers destination. Hermanus is also a UNESCO city of gastronomy, so very much a food lovers and art lovers destination. The hotel's perfectly positioned, as you can see, on the cliff path. This is in front of Walker Bay. We have a natural tidal pool right in front of the hotel. Very popular for people who like to do sunrise dipping or sunset dipping throughout the year. Very easy access from the hotel just down the stairs. It is a public pool. It is not owned by the Marine. However, it is called the Marine Tidal Pool. So there's very seldom any public in there because they think we own the pool, and we quite like that very much. So that's fine. This is obviously the best land-based whale watching destination in Hermanus, because not only can you view the whales from the comfort of our terrace, you can do so from all our communal areas, and of course from our luxury and premier rooms as well. We've recently refurbished our pool area as well, and we've also installed a gym at this hotel. It's very recent, actually, since I last did this presentation with you, Shelley, and the gym is situated in the back behind these pillars. It is so new, I don't even have images of it yet. Our restaurant, the Pavilion, serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we do like to know when your guests are having a celebration, anniversary, a birthday, because then we can do something really special for them, as you can see in the bottom left corner. We have 40 rooms in total of various configuration, and they've also all recently been refurbished. You'll notice that our rooms are very, very spacious. All our rooms throughout all 3 hotels come with complimentary mini bars, welcome bottle of wine on arrival, gorgeous fluffy gowns, slippers, and all the usual 5-star amenities that you would expect from a 5-star property. Every single room throughout our collection is individually appointed, so we don't have rooms that look alike. That is very important to know. We are privately owned, we are not corporate. Honeymooners most definitely love all 3 of our properties, and you can see why. We love to do those special romantic turndowns for them. We have a spa on site at the Marine as well, and of course we are family friendly throughout all 3 of our properties as well. Then we move to our last property, which is in the garden route, the Plettenberg Hotel. This is the actual rim flow pool, and I borrowed Shelley for this photograph. Sorry, Shelley, I couldn't resist. Okay, so in Plettenberg Bay obviously is in the heart of the garden route, and the garden route's very popular for all the animal sanctuaries that we have. It's very much an outdoor destination. We have 5 championship golf courses within a 38-kilometer radius from the hotel. We also have the Rensburg Nature Reserve, which is situated bottom right corner here, very popular for running, hiking. Plettenberg Bay has been voted as the best beach destination on the World Luxury Travel Awards a couple of times already. It's also a destination that offers you forests. So you've got beach meets forest all the time. You've got mountains. You can kayak up the river, swim with the seals, bungee jump, skydive, zip line, all within a 15 to 30-kilometer radius from my hotel. Plettenberg Bay is also South Africa's newest wine of origin destination. We have 18 wine estates in Plettenberg Bay, currently producing South Africa's champion double gold Michelangelo winning bubbly by Newstead Lund Family Vineyard. The ocean being so close to the mountains creates a beautiful terroir for Sauvignon Blanc grapes, which is obviously the most popular grape to produce the bubbly with. So it's quite unique to realize that with the Plettenberg wine farms, the Hermanus Wine Valley, as well as the Constantia Wine Valley, all 3 of my hotels actually offer you Cape winelands. Plettenberg Bay's got a very temperate climate. It's only about a 10-degree difference between summer and winter temperatures. And we have 6 blue flag beaches to choose from, which is obviously South Africa's top beach categories. It is another whale watching destination, of course, and we have many other different species of marine life that is available all year round. The dolphins are quite often in front of the hotel, as you can see, beautifully positioned on the peninsula. It consists of 2 separate buildings. This is the main building, and the swimming pool at the main building is not heated. And then this image is of the second building just opposite the road, as you can see here. And this swimming pool is definitely heated. Excuse me. My apologies. We currently have this property closed for 6 weeks because this gorgeous setting that you're seeing right now is being refurbished to be even more gorgeous. We are refurbishing our whole restaurant, our entire kitchen, and our pool areas, and we will reopen this unit on the 1st of July. Very excited because this is the last part of the refurbishing that we're doing for the year. And the same company that refurbished our Sellers Honort public areas is currently refurbishing the Plettenberg. But you can see that our location is our biggest USP. We have quite a number of communal areas as well. These are all recently refurbished, as you can see, nice and cozy, popular spots for the guests to relax in. It is just such an incredible destination. We have 35 rooms in total of various configuration, and also 2 private villas. And you can see that they are beautifully spacious as well, and obviously with the emphasis on the ocean views. Our 2 private villas, Beach House has got 2 bedrooms, and the Lookout Villa has got 3 bedrooms, and they both have their own heated swimming pool with that magnificent view. And then last but not least, who is Liz McGrath? Liz McGrath is our late founder. She was actually a very, very remarkable woman. She was the first female hotelier in South Africa to own 3 5-star hotels. She opened her first hotel when she was 60 years old, 60. So there's hope for all of us on the screen, ladies. She also never had any formal training. She did not go to hotel school. She just had a passion for restoring old buildings, interior decorating, gardening, and good food. And she called that her addictions, and that is what she used to start the Liz McGrath collection. She sadly passed away in 2015. However, we are still owned by the family, by her children, and her daughters are very much involved in our interior decorating of all our properties, hence them looking so pristine. And the son is obviously our managing director. And that is the Liz McGrath collection. Now from the Plettenberg, it is a very gentle, beautiful 3-hour drive, and you drive straight into Shamwari, and I'm going to hand over to Shelley. Over to you, Shels.
Great, thanks, Nicole. Yeah, we are so delighted to be able to be presenting the Liz McGrath collection and the Shamwari portfolio to you together, because we had a magnificent and a great meeting in São Paulo as well as over our period stay in January. So I'm just going to give you some overview of Shamwari and to also give you some great updates of what's been happening on the reserve, because we've got some exciting projects currently happening. Okay, so to give you some background, Shamwari's been around for 32 years this year. And Shamwari started as a conservation project. So Shamwari's ethos and decisions are all made holistically in terms of environment, wildlife, and our community. And that is why our biggest tagline is conserving a vanishing way of life. So in terms of where we're situated, as Nicole mentioned, we're about a 3-hour drive from Plettenberg Bay to Shamwari Private Game Reserve. Our closest airport is Port Elizabeth, which is a mere 1-hour road transfer from Port Elizabeth Airport to Shamwari Private Game Reserve. One of our projects that we are hoping to embark on in the next couple of months, should we get the green light from our environmental assessment, is that we are looking at extending the current runway that we have in Shamwari, which are only for private air charters at the moment, to a 1.4 tarred runway, which will allow us to do scheduled flights straight into Shamwari from both Johannesburg and Cape Town International Airport 3 times a week. Should we get the green light, we are hoping that these scheduled flights will take place from January next year. So we'll keep everybody up to speed with that. So in terms of Shamwari, we are one of the biggest privately owned game reserves in South Africa. We are approximately 6,600 acres with 6 lodges on the reserve. We have recently just purchased additional land within the reserve, which now allows us to do boat experiences, which will take place from September this year. So that would be either during your morning game drive, or you can do sundowners on the river. So that's another added experience, which we'll be adding onto the Shamwari stay from September going forward. So as I mentioned, Shamwari is all about conservation and doing what's right for the environment and wildlife. So one of the big projects we embarked on last year was looking at our environmental impact and our carbon footprint. So Shamwari has gone solar on the reserve, so we don't rely on our local electricity grid. We now rely on the sun, which is really great to reduce our carbon footprint. Then in terms of rhino conservation, so Shamwari has decided not to dehorn our rhino. We have used technology at our disposal. So we have designed a little bracelet, which is very much like a Fitbit, and it has 3 functions. It has a built-in heart rate monitor that basically monitors the rhino's heart rate, a built-in GPS, and it actually recharges by solar. That is then connected to our control room, and should we receive an orange or a red alert, then we will send our infrared drone out to actually surveillance the area. And now this particular drone, you can't buy it on Amazon or any platforms. Our team that actually flies the drone had to get pilot's licenses to actually fly it. So it's quite a high-tech drone that Shamwari uses for our conservation purposes. So in terms of lodges, I'm going to start with Sindile. So Sindile is a luxury tented camp. Here, we don't accept children under the age of 16, so perfect for your couples. Only 9 suites in total. All your suites do have private plunge pools, and all the plunge pools are heated. We have recently also just upgraded our spa as well as our little fitness room as well. And look at those views that you can get from your suite. Many a time we'll have a herd of elephants walking by, or a crash of rhino drinking out of the watering hole. So there is a lot of game activity that happens in front of Sindile itself. So Sindile actually means savior. And we used to have a leopard called Sindile, and she gave us many, many fantastic sightings for many years. And she survived a couple of lion attacks in her lifespan at Shamwari. And we named her Sindile, and she gave us many leopard cubs over the various years. And this was the area that she used to basically love to be around. So when we built Sindile and opened Sindile in December 2019, we thought this camp would be the perfect name to name Sindile after our matriarch leopard that we had on the reserve for many, many, many years. Okay, our next camp is Longley Manor. So Longley Manor was the first lodge which we opened up 32 years ago. And you'll see this lodge is more of your classical old world charm. This is the biggest camp within Shamwari. Here we have 18 suites in total, and we do allow children from 6 years and upwards. All your suites do have beautiful views and basically balconies and patios that overlook a watering hole and grasslands. And then down below, you'll see a family suite. So our family suite sleeps up to 6 people. 4 adults and 2 children between the ages of 6 and 11. And one of the unique selling points of our family suite is that you get a dedicated private vehicle and guide, as well as a private plunge pool that's heated. So that family who actually stays in the family suite, the entire stay is basically planned around the guests and when they would like to do their game drives. We do highly recommend a minimum 3 stay at Shamwari due to all the wonderful experiences and activities we have to offer. Our bomas are also a really great experience in the evening. We do run our bomas every 3rd night. So if your guests would like a boma experience, we highly recommend a 3-night stay. And also great game viewing also right outside of Longley Manor. So the area that Longley Manor and Sindile is in, they are in the south of the reserve. So that is where you've got your grassland areas. If you look at the diversity of Shamwari, we've got 5 of the 7 biomes. What makes us different to Kruger National Park has only 3 of the 7 biomes. So that just allows different types of vegetation and more diverse vegetation of basically species as well as fauna and flora. So if you look at the game viewing experience at Shamwari, we do have the big 5, including great sightings of your cheetah and hippos as well. The next camp is Bayeti. So Bayeti is up north. This is where more of your thicket area is. Here we have 12 tents in total, and this is more your modern contemporary feel to it. Here we don't allow any children under the age of 12, and you can see the look and feel of it is very much an infusion of various elements. It is a built structure with glass windows, and it has basically canvas tent attached to the fixed structure and lattice roofing, and every suite does have a plunge pool, as well as your indoor and outdoor shower. Then Sahili is currently going through a very big revamp as we speak. We are only going to be reopening Sahili mid-October. We are moving Sahili from a 5-bedroom private villa to a 6-bedroom private villa. All your rooms will have river-facing rooms. We are going to have a fitness center as well as a spa. And we will also be adding a 2nd swimming pool that overlooks the river as well. The image that you see is an artist's renderings of the new look and feel of what Sahili will look like. And this is the exact furniture and decor that will be placed within Sahili. So really fresh, very modern, and really great for multi-generational families traveling together or a big family group. So we can sleep up to 12 adults, and then we allow 2 additional children under the age of 11. Just keep in mind, when it comes to families on safari at Shamwari, we don't allow children under the age of 4 on a game drive. So only 4 years and upwards, we do allow children when it comes to game drives. Okay, so Riverdene is our family lodge. Here we welcome children of all ages. We do only allow children 4 years and upwards on game drives as well. One of the biggest changes which you will see for Riverdene from next year onwards, we currently have 9 rooms, which are interleading, which we sell as per person per night sharing. As of March next year, we are going to be moving from 9 rooms to 4 family suites. So we will be having 1 3-bedroom family suite that's interconnecting and 3 2-bedroom family suites that are interconnecting. What that means, every single family will receive their own private vehicle and guide going forward from April next year. That will just basically increase that entire family experience while staying at Riverdene. We have also just included a spa and a fitness center. Riverdene reopens up in 2 days. We were closed for a month for refurbs and maintenance. And then our biggest unique selling point also is our Kids on Safari Adventure Center. Here we do like to keep the children busy and active between game drives. Here we have zip lines, climbing walls, 4 different slides, as well as a great indoor area. And if we have families at Sahili and at Longley Manor, we will bring families over across to the Kids Adventure Center for those children to enjoy the Adventure Center. Okay, our next camp is Eagles Crag, back up north. So Eagles Crag is built between 2 rock cliffs, so it gives it a very secluded and romantic feel to it. Here we only have 9 suites in total, and also no children under the age of 12. And we've got various lovely areas for dining. So in our dining area, we've got these little dining huts for that real intimate dining experience. And then all your suites do have private plunge pools that are heated as well as your indoor and outdoor shower. So you'll notice all the lodges that we don't take children under the age of 12 all have private plunge pools. And also please keep in mind that we don't offer triples in any of the family lodges. So should you be quoting on a family booking and there are a family of 3 or a family of 5 with kids, with either 1 child or 3 children, please keep in mind we can only do a maximum of 2 people per room. So just keep that in mind, okay? Then for your adventurous class, you've got Explorers Camp. This is more walking safari. We run this project or this program between September and May each year. No electricity, only 3 tents, really back to basics. But guests are walking anything between 4 to 7 hours per day. So in terms of activities, as you know, our rates are fully inclusive. So all your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, high tea, and all your beverages are included, as well as activities. So one of the activities are also a bushwalk, which is about a 90-minute experience. However, we can't take any teenagers or children under the age of 16, and we also don't allow pregnant mothers to also go on bushwalks. And then in terms of conservation projects, we also go and visit the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. So this is where we rehabilitate sick and injured species to be released back into the wild. And then in January this year, we relocated 160 Cape vultures to Shamwari to assist in the breeding of Cape vultures. In the past couple of years, the vultures have become extinct in the Eastern Cape, and vultures are very, very important for basically the environment. And we have gone into collaboration with Volpro to assist in getting the numbers up of the Cape vulture within the Eastern Cape. We have successfully done 3 releases already, and as we speak, it's breeding time at the moment. So we are having quite a lot of the vultures starting their breeding. And how it works is that once the vultures lay their egg, we actually take the egg away from the mom, we put it into an incubator to have a higher survival rate, and we put a dummy egg by the mom. So she thinks she still has the vulture. And then as the vultures are about to basically get born, we actually put them back with mom vultures for them to actually hatch with mom. So it's quite a scientific method that's been used, which has been very, very successful so far. So watch this space. Then our next biggest conservation initiative is our Big Cat Sanctuary, which is in collaboration with Born Free. So these 2 brothers you see in front of you were actually rescued 2 days after the war broke out in the Ukraine. And these cats were rescued. They were taken to our halfway house in Belgium, and they have only recently arrived at Shamwari in March this year. And the two brothers have settled in very, very well. And this is also one of the activities that guests get to experience after their morning game drive. So as you can see, Shamwari is all about conservation. Our ethos and our decisions are made when it comes to conservation. And for conservation, it's always about land and water. And we're always looking at ways of growing Shamwari. And that is a bit of information on Shamwari, and thank you so much for your time.
Okay, Nicole and Shelley. I will be asked if have any questions about any doubts about the presentation. Bom, alguém tem alguma dúvida ou alguma pergunta referente à apresentação da Nicole e da Shelley?
I do have a question for the Shamwari private game resorts. Sorry, I'd like to know about the kids policy. Like one of the properties that you said that's allowed kids around 4 years old. Like if a family travel with this kid with 4 years old, do you guys have a babysitting service for this kid, or one of the parents need to stay with the kid during the safari?
Okay, great question, Rodrigo. Yes, we do offer babysitting facilities. So when the parents are on a game drive, we do have babysitting facilities, and it is at a very small surcharge. At Sahili, babysitting facilities are included in the villa rate.
Thank you.
Tem mais alguma outra pergunta ou dúvida referente às apresentações? We'll be waiting if you have any questions about, okay? Well, I think it's all complete very well. And many thanks again, Nicole and Shelley, for your time and your all the information about the properties. And we'll do the best and keep in touch with you if I have any inquiry. And many thanks again, okay?
Thank you,
for
Daniel.
all.
You're welcome to share our email contact details with everybody. I mean, if they need any images, if they need anything from us, they are welcome to contact us. We'll gladly share.
Okay, Shelley. Thank you very much. And have a good afternoon for you and good morning for all the participants, okay?
And happy
Bye-bye.
sailing South Africa.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Thank you so
Okay,
much
Shelley.
for your time.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.